need to stop trying to wake people up. That's not your job. That's the universe's job. And yeah, the universe can use your video or your song or you know, like whatever you're putting out there, whatever you're doing to like try to wake them up. Like, yeah, maybe the universe will use you, but it's not your responsibility. It's the universe's responsibility. And I feel like I need to say this because I've been there where I wake up and then I want everybody to wake up with me. And the more that I try to get them to understand and to like see things the way that I see them and be liberated the way that I have been liberated from my own cage, which is my own mind, you know? And people don't see it. People are not aware of it, and they won't be, no matter what you say, until they are ready. You know, like, you can't force them to be ready to hear what you have to say or to know what you know. You can't. So you need to focus on yourself and on escaping this matrix, or not escaping this matrix, but rather figuring out how to make this matrix work for you. I don't like how my hair looks right now. You need to get the matrix to work for you, and that's what you need to focus on right now. There's a lot of people in your life that are not going to be able to go where you go. And you have to let them go. God is still using you to wake them up. Even if you don't realize it, or even if you're not, you know, purposefully trying to have these like conversations with them or plant these seeds, even if you're not purposefully trying to do it, God is still going to use you. You know, that time of trying to convince them, yeah, it probably felt like you probably felt crazy during that time, and yeah, they were probably really stubborn and arguing, and they just didn't understand, right? That was your seed, and that seed is going to grow on its own in the future, and you're going to see it bloom. So these people will eventually circle back around, and they're gonna remind you, you know, like of exactly what you said that changed their life. And maybe it took a while to really land, but it will, even if it's not right away. These videos that I'm making, there's not that many people that are watching them right now, and that's okay, because it's not my responsibility. It's not my responsibility to make sure that it gets to those people that need to hear it. It's the universe's. And if those people didn't hear it, then it wasn't meant for them to hear it, at least at that time. But I have a really, really strong feeling like they will eventually. Right now I'm a small channel. Eventually this channel is going to grow. Eventually, you know, somebody's going to be watching one of my new videos, and then after it, it's going to recommend the one video that I really, really wanted people to watch, you know? And it's going to hit, or it's going to reach them at the exact time that they need to hear it. So release the responsibility. Do what you got to do, but release the responsibility. Release the weight, rather. Release the weight. These people are not yours to take care of, or yours to awaken, or yours to enlighten. No. All you have to worry about is yourself and the work that you have to do on yourself, you know? The more that you try, the more drained you're gonna be. And the more crazy you're gonna feel. Oh, this isn't staying anymore. Oh my gosh. That's funny. Okay. There you go. But yeah, you're gonna feel fucking crazy. You're gonna lose your mind just trying to like convince these people of like what you know to be true. They won't see it until they're ready. So say what you need to say, do what you have to do, but don't focus on the numbers. Don't focus on whether, you know, people are understanding or not. You can try, you know, like you can try to explain these things, but like don't waste your time if you don't need to. God will do the rest of the work. Which is interesting that I'm getting this message because I'm one to like I don't like to let people misunderstand me. And so it hasn't necessarily happened yet on my channel. It has happened on my Instagram, but on my channel, you know, people are receptive. Actually, it has happened, sort of, you know? Excuse me, like... Anyways, my point is that, you know, like I can respond, and I am the type to, you know, and try to explain these things until they understand, but I also have to balance that, and at a certain point I have to say enough is enough. This person doesn't want to understand, and I have to let it be. I planted the seed. I don't know why I'm remembering this girl that I responded to on somebody else's like community post on YouTube. And this girl got triggered by the post because the post mentions God, and she says God isn't real. And I sent her this really long paragraph of like why I know God to be real, and how like I don't remember everything exactly that I said, but she was just not being receptive to what I was saying. Then I sent her another long paragraph. She still wasn't like being receptive to what I was saying and was trying to make me feel dumb. And once I realized that, or once I got to that point, I was like, okay, like this woman doesn't even want to understand. This woman is very you know, like their heart is very hardened by whatever hurt, you know, they've gone through, suffering that they've gone through, that they're angry at God. They don't want God to be real because then, you know, then God is responsible for, you know, like for all the shitty things that happen in our lives, you know, and that's kind of crazy to like even think about. That actually gave me what's it called? I had like a spiritual awakening, but it wasn't a necessarily like great one. Like I realized the devil wasn't real and God wasn't in control of everything. So all the bad things that have happened were in God's control. And God is a little fucked up. Everything bad that is happening in this world is in God's control. God is a little fucked up. There's babies being eaten right now and God is allowing it to happen. That's fucking crazy to really like process. And so I understand, I see why people would prefer if God wasn't real. But over time I learned, like, even though, like, how do I explain it? God is bringing things back into order, you know? And so everything happens for a reason. And the darkness that is happening, or that has fallen upon this earth, you know, that was all part of the plan to lead to a better future. And we don't fully know how, but I know it's true, and I know it's gonna happen, and I know we're gonna live in utopia, and we just have to go through a really uncomfortable period till we make the changes that are necessary. That's just how life goes. God makes you uncomfortable so that you can start to do things differently. God has been showing me this from the very beginning, from the moment I took mushrooms for the first time. God has been showing me that. And I've been very uncomfortable over and over and over and over again. And God keeps moving me and moving me over and over and over again. And pushing me to meet new people and pushing me to go to new places. And it's amazing. It's beautiful. But it also has taken a toll out of me. And like, you know, like it felt like suffering for a lot of it. But I wouldn't be who I am today if I hadn't gone through all of that. And I wouldn't be moving to fucking Thailand if my house, my home, wasn't so fucking uncomfortable and like, you know, miserable to live in. I wouldn't be going to Thailand, which people call it heaven, you know? And I don't know if life is going to be better over there. I really feel like it would be. And, you know, so like all of this the shitty things that I'm going through right now is so that I could go to Thailand and live a better life, you know, so I could do something differently. So I could change something about the way that things are going now, you know, because I am in control. And I'm choosing this. I'm actively choosing this, but I can choose different. You are in control. You're more in control than you think you are. Of your own life, not of anybody else's. So trust that God put it in you to say what you needed to say, to put the video out, you know, or to put the song out, or to send your song to this person, and like, you know, like, or I don't know. You felt called to do something, and maybe it didn't land the way that you thought it would, you know? Maybe you really thought they would understand this was going to be the thing that helps them change their life, but they still, you know, you can only lead a horse to water, but you can't force them to drink, right? You have to realize that, and you have to let the horse be there, you know, by the water. You have to let them go. You have to let them be there, and trust that eventually they're gonna get so thirsty that they're finally gonna give themselves what they need and drink the fucking water. I really like that analogy. I'm feeling like called to talk about again how like the people that you wanted to change or you wanted to bring with you along in this journey, this journey of enlightenment, right? Those people will make their way back to you or find their way back to you way later on. God is going to connect you with them today. Today? Why did I say today? Interesting. But God is going to connect with you with them another day, another year, another time. And you're going to understand, you're going to get the clarity that you need, you know, like you're going to understand why you had to go through those like days of uncertainty, which would be the day, like these days, right? Again, like I have several of these videos. You know, this is for the ones who get it, and I also have tarot videos that I think would really help people, and like, you know, there's advice in them, and that, you know, I'm channeling as I'm saying this, like I've these are God's words, you know, and when I make them, I'm like, oh my gosh, like God really needs this to reach people. But, you know, I don't see the numbers, I don't see the likes, and at first it was discouraging a little bit, and like I felt like maybe I was doing something wrong, or maybe I didn't say it the right way, and that's why God didn't push it out enough, and that's just like not the case. And I need to like stop like focusing on that. And again, trust that the universe knows what it's doing. The universe knows way better than I do. So I just got to be obedient and again do what I need to do, what I feel called to do, and it'll make sense later on. It doesn't have to make sense right now. Let it not make sense. I like that for this title. Let it not make sense. And so you're not abandoning those people. You're not. You're just letting them be, letting them grow. You're letting them water themselves. Or the universe water them, really. Give them to God. God will do the rest, and maybe it's not going to be on your time. Maybe they're not going to get to go with you, you know, right now at this moment. But you're going to understand why later. Just trust. Just trust. Okay. I love you. Thank you for watching. And again, just like focus on yourself and on like your enlightenment, and you know, meditate, do yoga, take care of your body, take care of your mind, take care of your soul. Don't give so much of yourself away. Stop sacrificing yourself. It was never your sacrifice to make. Be free. Your purpose is not another chain. It's not another responsibility. Okay? Your purpose is aligning you with freedom. So let yourself be free. You're not used to it. But you're gonna need to start getting used to it. Because that's the path that you chose. And that's what's going to make you feel enlightened, fulfilled. It's to be truly free from all your attachments. And I feel like the people that you are trying to wake up are the people that you care about the most, but they just don't see it. You need to stop trying to convince them. You've already said what you needed to say. Now, you know, like, you've got to pivot your attention, pivot your focus. Yes, onto yourself, but like, I really feel like there's other people who do get it, who need to hear what you are saying or what you need to say right now. And maybe it's one person, maybe it's two people, and maybe they won't even let you know that you're watching, that they're watching. But again, you just need to trust. Trust your instincts. Trust the visions. Trust your guidance. Just trust. Your people will find you. But I don't think it's the people that you're around right now. Or I don't think they're meant to be in your life right now. I don't think... I think that they're holding you back. You wanting to take them with you is holding you back. You're trying to fly, and they're dragging you down because they don't even want to spread their wings because they're too afraid. You can't carry them with you. You're only responsible for yourself. So that's like the last thing. That's like the last blockage, the last, what's the word? Obstacle or mountain that you have to climb to get to this new reality. You have to release your attachments to your old life or to the life you've always known. I'm moving. Like I'm moving to Thailand this summer. And it's something that I'm really having to process and really like having to push myself through, because there's days that I want to give up and I want to just say no, like I'm going to stay home forever. Like, but I know that I'm not going to be happy. I haven't been happy. And the only thing that's keeping me here is, you know, my friends, my family, my dogs, my home. Everything that I've always known. And it's not perfect, but I've gotten comfortable here. And in order to leave, in order to feel fulfilled, and I know I will, like, I've always wanted to travel. I've always been stuck. I've always made myself feel stuck. Because the idea of really being on my own scares the shit out of me. And letting go of the people that I love the most, it's bittersweet. And yeah, they're gonna be a phone call away, but it's not gonna be the same. I have a band. And I've been really thinking about what I want to do about that. And, you know, if I'm really just willing to, like, abandon it, or if maybe, you know, I'm willing to put it on pause for a year, 2 years, or if I should stay for it, or, like, I don't know. But I'm, like, I've gotten okay with the idea of letting it be. I'm gonna let it be. Just like I've let every single YouTube video that I've posted, I've let it be. And trust it is gonna find the right people. Every single song that I put out, I've let it be. And I'm gonna trust that it's gonna reach the right people. And, you know, I could strive for more and, like, push to get my songs, like, more marketing on my songs and, like, this and that. And it's like, it's gonna happen when it happens. So, let them be so that you can be free. I really like that one, actually. I think I prefer that one. Let them be so that you can be free. All right, now I'm done, I think. But I love you. Let go. Don't be afraid. Focus on yourself. You've got this. Bye-bye.